What's up, Crypto Crew? It's your host, Captain Crypto Mite, here at your Crypto Crew. Now, if you're into Bitcoin payments and breaking free from the traditional finance system, you're going to love this. Just in from the Bitcoin Conference 2026 in Las Vegas, Jack Mallers went off on the big card networks, calling out how they're holding merchants hostage with those 3 to 5% fees and bribing customers with rewards. Now, we featured Jack on this channel before. His vision for Bitcoin payments has always been fire. Being the CEO of Strike, a Bitcoin-first business, Jack does struggle ideologically with offering stablecoin solutions via proof-of-stake coins, specifically Tron.
One of the things I really wanted to address is the fact that we're supporting deposits and withdrawals on Tron, which is a coin, and to be clear, I still think is a violent coin. But you support your customers depositing and withdrawing dollars because they need that support to integrate Bitcoin in their life practically. And the same for us in Argentina. The same for us in Nigeria. You can take a stance that you're taking and say absolutely not, but you're going to seriously hinder adoption in these markets. And if your goal is to truly help us, you should listen to us.
Have you looked into other Nakamoto consensus proof of work such as Kaspa? Don't really understand that question. And no, I don't know what Kaspa is.
Today, we're breaking down his key points from this panel and asking the big question, does Bitcoin Layer 1 actually deliver what Jack Mallers is fighting for, or is there a better Layer 1 answer? Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
I really think the technology behind Kaspa is unique and is going to work in a cash-based system.
Prove all things, hold fast, that which is good. Quick reminder to keep your Kaspa coins, Bitcoins, and crypto investments safe. In our opinion, Tangem is the best way for you to do that. Right now, you can grab 20% off your Tangem wallet plus $10 in Bitcoin. Just enter in the codes NYExtra26 and Crypto Crew with the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
For Bitcoin is actually consumer behavior. These card networks have all of us right where they want us. People use their Amex card, their Chase Sapphire card because they get free flights, airport lounges, Napa Valley wine, cash back. And the way that works is they charge the merchant 3, 4, 5%. And then they share that with the consumer, so they're effectively holding merchants hostage and bribing the person at checkout to use their option instead of Bitcoin. And then you also have a currency that's being actively debased and actively abused to bail out awful government decisions. And so, of course, people are going to elect to get rid of the worse money as opposed to the better money, which is Gresham's law. So I actually think it has more to do with human behavior. And so it's this idea, my passion for using Bitcoin as payments is actually to dematerialize the chokehold that card networks and centralized entities have on our ability to facilitate settlement.
First off, Jack, respect. You're absolutely right about the chokehold. Card networks like Visa, Amex, and Chase charge merchants 3 to 5%, use rewards to steer customers, and keep everyone locked in. Fiat gets the base for bad publicity, and Gresham's law pushes people toward better money. You want an open, interoperable network where entrepreneurs compete at the edges, costs drop, innovation explodes, and we finally get millions of great wallets giving people real choice at checkout.
That's what I want to be free and open, so that a David Marcus can launch what he wants, so that Miles can launch what he wants. And ultimately, as an American, what do I want when I go check out? I want all the greatest entrepreneurs in this country to compete to give me the best wallet to check out. And right now, I don't have access to the Visa rails. I don't have access to the MasterCard rails. They're abusing these merchants and treating them unfairly. And so if we can use Bitcoin, this network, as an open, interoperable, it does the job that Visa does. It does the job that Swift does. And we let everyone compete at the edges, drive costs down, be innovative. There'll be millions of wallets. If your favorite color is pink, if you like this, of course, why not? But right now, there's not a lot of options. You can either get a Visa or a MasterCard. That's it.
You want Bitcoin to do the job of Visa and Swift without the abuse. But here's the reality check, Crypto Crew. Bitcoin as a layer 1 was built for security and decentralization first. We know BTC handles about 3 to 7 transactions per second with 10-minute blocks. Save confirmations, often 30 to 60 minutes. But when demand picks up, fees spike and the network clogs. That makes it tough to deliver the fast, cheap, everyday merchant experience and real-time competition Jack Mallers is calling for. And unlike what most Bitcoiners want to believe, Layer 2 solutions such as the Lightning Network is not Bitcoin. You end up needing those layers though, which can bring back some of those intermediaries or complexity.
And you know what? Bitcoin no longer has earned the right to call itself the only sound money blockchain.
Now, before we continue, Crypto Crew, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor. I mean, it's great to have decentralized crypto investments such as Kaspa and Bitcoin, but if you're not protecting your gains, Crypto Crew, you're leaving yourself exposed. So for our non-US viewers, LLC Vault lets you set up a private US LLC and earn crypto income with potentially zero tax. Store silver offshore tax-free. It's that simple. For US citizens, formation vaults help you build an offshore structure, Panama, Cook Islands, wherever, to create a legal fortress around your wealth so the government cannot freeze it. This isn't about dodging taxes, Crypto Crew. It's about legally keeping more of what you earn. And because Hector from Acequisition is a friend of the channel, you get 10% off these professional setups. Don't be a sitting duck, Crypto Crew. Protect your gains today. Link in the description box below.
I think it's a consumer problem. So now if we have this network implemented, it works. How do we change consumer behavior? Do we need to give them more Napa Valley wine? If so, who's going to pay for that? Is Dorsey paying for that? I assume not. And so I think it's a good consumer behavioral thing, but the long arching vision is using the network to free ourselves of an abusive relationship with corporations that I think have created duopoly. And open up competition and innovation to what is core to money, which is value exchange.
Now let's talk about a layer 1 that's engineered to solve exactly what Jack Mallers is describing. Kaspa. Kaspa runs on a block DAG, not a linear chain, producing multiple blocks per second. We're talking real-world throughput of 3,000 to 5,000 transactions per second, and as we've seen recently, even beyond.
We've exceeded what we wanted to do, so there's 20,000 payments going through. Fully confirmed in
7.9 seconds. Are you crazy? Oh my days.
And we're running this throttled, so we're not using the full capabilities either. There's 100,000 transactions.
2,500 per second.
We throttled this. We've gone 5,000. We deliberately throttled it.
How does this compare to the other chains out there right now? I'd say.
Good question, Jay. Yeah.
Ripple, I think, are doing 1,500 transactions per second.
KRI is doing 2,500 at a throttled state as well, so it could do a lot faster. That is nuts.
And that's before we batch them. So when we batch, there was 28,000 pages of transactions. When we've batched the transactions, we've been doing more than 200,000 transactions per second.
Oh, what? And Ripple and XRP does 1,500.
Yeah.
And they're meant to be perceived as the leading bank to bank.
We leave Ripple in the dust.
This all happens on layer 1 with confirmation in about 1 second and practical finality in seconds. No waiting around for merchants or customers. Low, predictable fees, even under load. This lets entrepreneurs build and complete freely on the base layer, exactly the open, innovative ecosystem Jack Mallers wants.
My passion for using Bitcoin as payments is actually to dematerialize the chokehold that card networks and centralized entities have on our ability to facilitate settlement.
Jack, your passion for dematerializing central control and giving people better options at checkout, Kaspa's Layer 1 delivers near-instant Visa-competitive UX while staying true to proof-of-work principles. It directly attacks the hostage situation with merchants by making high-volume, low-cost payments native. No need to compromise the base layer. Crypto Crew, what do you think? Is Jack Mallers right that we need to break the bank's grip? And is Kaspa the layer 1 that finally makes that vision real? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below.
Have you looked into other Nakamoto consensus proof of work such as Kaspa? Don't really understand that question. And No, I don't know what Kaspa is.
By the way, if you're looking for a pro Kaspa exchange, check out Blowfin, which offers rock solid security, no downtime, and zero KYC hassle. Right now, Blowfin is dropping fat bonuses for our community, even if you're already with Blowfin. So don't miss out. Hit the link in the description box below. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.